Good morning. Ooh, a milkshake. And a tiny bottle. Seemed pretty cool. Well, that's very kind of you. Welcome in. I hope everybody's having a good Sunday morning. My iPad connected. It is. Well, let's see what's left. Oh, the autumn. Yeah, I don't know why my slideshow isn't working. Which is pretty tragic because the other time that it broke on a different one I was testing out, the only way I could fix it was by basically deleting it and completely remaking it. So that kind of stinks. It's not hard to do, but it's just like, man, working yesterday. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Hi, Jeremy. Good morning. You're alright, that's good. Oh, did I check is my pen charged? Yeah, my pen charged. I can unplug it then. Gonna get out of bed to watch, but Sif just trapped me. I mean, that's fair, then you can't move. Like, you are obligated to stay exactly where you are. Oh my gosh, I just rolled my shoulders and felt every joint in my arms and shoulders pop. It felt good, but it sounded not great. I think I'm gonna do warm-up orbs today and then just go straight to the Valentine's Day pictures because I want to get them done. I finished the line art yesterday, so I should be able to just jump straight into maybe a little bit of cleanup and then coloring. I'm like, I wanna get on them. Oh my gosh, well, okay, there we go. Because I've been saving them for stream times, but since I can only stream on the weekends, it's like, oh god, I have to finish them. I'm running out of time. Since this is a dark color, let me up my brightness. I don't want to continue filling. I wasn't filling at all. I hope you guys slept okay. The daily orb. Yeah. We did some nice sunset orbs yesterday, so... which was fun. Because I did just like a normal blue. I did kind of like a pink and blue. And then I really like this one. That was nice. We're doing a darker one today. I don't know if it's gonna come out well, but that's the point, right? I'm gonna practice. Try new things. Slept great, it was pouring rain last night. Yeah, that's good sleeping weather. Akeel orbs. Yeah, it was like a nice little Akeel orb. The pink, actually, you know, kind of the pink and blue and the pink and orange one. When he dyes his hair. I think I want to add like a, well, kind of like a darker purple. There we go. Put blue back in here. I think I slept pretty okay. I had a cool dream, but I meant to text you about it, Layla, and then I was like, I made the mistake of like, I'll remember when to text her later, and then I forgot. In the AU we're doing now, Kane is gonna be a Kill's uncle. Oh boy. That's such a weird combo to me. Because even in canon, right, obviously Caden is older. But he feels so young because he's such a immature character. Message it to him, but darn, so I wouldn't forget. Yeah, you were smart. I usually will at least like write it down, even if I don't text it to somebody immediately. I'll at least like write down whatever I'm thinking of because I'm like, I'm not gonna remember this. And then I actually fell back to sleep, which I don't normally. I might just kind of like, when I say like I'm gonna have a lay down, is basically I'm gonna just lay down with my eyes closed but be completely awake. I'm just resting. So normally that's what I do. Pardon me, but I actually fell back to sleep. So I woke up, I was like, oh no, the thought is gone. I lost it. I really like this, wow. I was just kind of goofing and gaffing around with this, but kind of a fun little... I think I want like more purple, like actual purple in here. Surprisingly, it wasn't a D&D dream. Usually I'll dream about D&D stuff after we play. But it was not this time. I feel like it had to do with Caden, but I don't remember like, at all. Maybe in midday it'll come back to me. Last night's session dreaming so much. I mean, sometimes it'd be like that, you know? Some days are just higher energy than others, and some sessions are higher energy than others. My brain was still Mushroom Warframe. Maybe. Kind of jumping back and forth. That happens. Just chilling? Well, you are more than welcome to chill. This is the place for it. Pardon me. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. I had to clear my throat. Sorry about that. Still want to do a meal prep for the... Ooh, what are you making? Unless you were busy meal prepping and then... not chill. Do you want maybe... Actually, yeah, I think I'm gonna just put down like a blue layer, and then we're gonna ease our way over to like a teal. Just make this a really weirdly colored orb. Lots of fish and rice. That's good stuff. I should probably make some soup today myself, to be honest. To have it for the week. That's a nice little orb. Extremely dark on my screen though, sorry about that. And day 3 of gumbo and I'm sick of it. Yeah, sometimes leftovers can overstay their welcome. I know, it's pretty good. I keep forgetting how to get air server not be so dark. Because it's really not that dark on my screen, but oh well. Clear. All right, let's do maybe a lighter color. Give me, you know what? Give me 2 colors. Well, and I'll try to blend them. Red and green. All right, let's do it. Let's do green as the base. I don't want a color fill. Procreate. Relax. Oh my gosh, woo woo woo. That doesn't seem necessary. Like an overripe lime. The world is so cruel to, but I know. He's always upset. I know, yeah, his life is tragic. You think of a swamp at sunset? Yeah! I was like, I want to see if I can warm up this green in a very nice, pleasant way. It kind of looks like, those, like, terrain readings, of, like, planets, you know? Like, like different, like, topography maps. Make you art? Well, that would be very kind of you. I would love to see it. Anything people make, I want to see. I thrive on consuming other people's art. It fuels me. Although, you know, if this was a topography map, I guess I should have made red the base so that the red was up higher, but it's fine. You know, we're getting there. We're blending, baby. Oh, I'm trying to color pick. There we go. Making our way to red. my god, what did Twitch do? Is Twitch misbehaving? Must be the— oh, it is for me. Oh, if you you might need the BTTV like browser extension, and then it'll show up. Because it showed up for me. It did work. If that is any consolation. Yeah. Yeah, it's a free download, no worry. Learning more about Twitch every day. Listen. That's how I learned a lot of stuff. It's just by flat out being like, how are you doing this thing? In person, a very nice person will be like, oh, this is how you do it. I'm like, oh, thanks. And I'm still learning stuff. ABL, always be learning. I kind of want to slap like a nice juicy orange just right here. Yeah. This got kind of washed out a little bit. Understandably, because you're mixing, what, splint complementary colors? I think red and green are. Or are they just complementary? No, they're analogous. I want to make it pop. Nice yellow in here. Not too bad. Not too bad if I say so myself. Let's do just a lighter green since there's a lot of like yellow, red in it. Yeah. Cute. Oh, do stretch. Okay. 2 orbs in a half hour. Pretty good. Kind of a dark orb. And then a tasty little topography orb. Gonna bite down on it. Okay. So I wanna jump in to I finished the ladies yesterday. Well, and Garnell. Honestly, I think they look okay. I was kind of expecting to do some cleanup, but they look okay. They look okay. Okay. I guess we'll just start from the bottom up. Oh, you know what? Let me... I'm not gonna BRB. I just, I need to grab a file. So let me... I need the colors from the last Valentine's Day picture. It's easier to color pick. Because I like the colors that I used, so... I think they look nice and I would like to reuse them. Ipsy! Yeah! I put the little fan art and like commission stuff on this one. Because I've I've bought and received many lovely pieces of art over the years. And I'm like, wait a minute, I can show them off now, so I want to. Okay, I think that this is fine. I can just color pick from here. Okay. Okay. Boop. Oh, you know... Okay, well what I'm gonna do... This was last year's. I'm gonna just reuse those colors. I'm gonna start merging some layers. Maybe I should actually duplicate this. Just duplicate. This is what I do for big projects. I just make 800 copies of the same thing, because then if I lose one copy, I can fall back to a different one. If I learned nothing as a Adobe kid, was that your work is never safe. There's always the chance of losing it, and make 800 copies and save frequently. That's what I learned from using Adobe growing up. Well, and you know what, since I duplicated this, I could probably just get rid of my sketch layers. Frankly. Because I still have them preserved. And then I can go back and export them. And yeah, I'm just gonna do that. This stuff is fine. I'm gonna merge these guys. I'm gonna do it. I already merged these guys. I think their eye placement is fine. Pardon me. I actually don't like Arnell's face, sorry. That's nothing personal, kid. It's all on me, because I really whiffed it. I'm gonna give him little chubby cheeks. Kind of bring his chin out just a little bit more. Yeah, cute. Does it look flipped? Okay, I like that. That looks cute. I don't mind everybody kind of having like just a plain circular face, but this was kind of a bit too much for my taste. Okay. Merge. Delete. Delete. Okay. Get rid of my phantom bow tie. And now we can start coloring! Yippee! So let me grab these three. Oh, well, it would help if I had been on the correct layer. Copy, paste. Over here. Torsten down here. Let's see here. Oops. Okay, that way I can just kind of color pick easy. Honestly, I could also probably a little bit bigger. Oops. Okay. Torsten's just big chillin'. And that's what he deserves. Now, what I don't have on here was this, which I think. Whoa. Yeah. Warm that up just a little bit, yeah. Oops. Why? You know, Parker's been doing that to me a lot lately, is I will go to color fill into an enclosed space and it will just still bleed out, and I don't fully understand why it's doing that. Stop. Because then it'll make me think like, oh no, I have an open space somewhere, and I sure don't. And I don't rightly understand. Stop. Here we go. Please. Recreate, please. Work with me. Actually, do I have a clearer view? Oh, these were little hearts! Oh, that's cute. Well, I'm not changing it, but that was a cute idea. Good job, past me. Okay, yeah, that's... Oops. Oh, I'm drawing. I should put on my little drawing face. So I'm not doing warm-ups anymore. There he is, a perfectly contained Torsten. Sealed for our protection. Locked away. Okay. Let me... Actually, let me also hide the background. I can see what I'm doing. I wonder why I had reduced the fill threshold. Oh, you know, I was probably working with a different brush that it was causing too much bleed. That would probably do it. Wanting a bagel sandwich but not wanting to make it. Yeah, that's what I had for breakfast. I had a bagel. And you know what? It was really good. So I would say that it's worth it. I feel like a bagel sandwich is a good meal to like grab and then kind of bring back to like bed or just wherever you're cozy. You can make it and then go get cozy again. Put honey butter on it, there you go. Honey butter's pretty good. You're gonna... Ah! Yay, Torsten! Yippee! Yeah, woo yeah! Hooray! Yeah, woo yeah! Now, my sweet Lucy. Well, you know what? I can just... I'll just keep the reference layer. I don't need to separate these out. She got little stockings on. Okay. Oh, excuse me. I had to sneeze. Oops. That one was on me, I think. No? Okay. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Procreate. You're being so fussy. Oh my god! Oh my god. I don't want to color this by hand, but if it saves me emotional aggravation, I will. Yeah, I don't know why it's being so fussy. Because it's like, if it's a really thin line, and so, you know, the fill threshold is kind of bleeding out, like, okay, yeah, it's annoying, but I understand why it's doing that. These are, like, pretty broadly defined enclosed spaces that it really shouldn't be having issues with. I mean, I don't mind coloring by hand. Frankly, I usually do. It's just kind of like, it would save me time not to. You know, did I just use like a white and a white? Yeah, I sure did. Well, okay. And if I'm gonna do that, then I'm gonna need to, I'll have to wiggle that around as I go for different people's colors, but... Well, honestly, actually, if I'm gonna just color by hand. Oh wait, this is all. Now, in the original, their little shoes were red too. Oops. I guess that's pretty cute. I think I'm gonna have to change this on a couple different people though. Isn't too hard to fix. Because yeah, Ishtar, Doki. I didn't give Ishtar the right feet at all, period. So I'm glad I decided to change this. I mean, she doesn't look bad with the cute little... Are they Mary Janes or something? Well, I guess Mary Jane is the style of shoe. Even if they were red, they would still be that. I don't know shoes. Okay, let me make that work. Doker. Doker, I need the... just to see how much of her foot is visible. Wear whatever looks comfy. Yeah, same. I kind of find like a type of shoe that I like and fits, and I'm like, well, this is it for me forever now. I will not be wearing any other type of shoe ever again. Which is great because it makes shopping easy, but also it's kind of tragic when they stop making that type of shoe, and then you can't ever find it ever again. Okay. Ugh. Okay, the line weight on her foot, though, is kind of all janked up, so I do have to... Especially this. Let's do that. Okay, that's much better. Much better. Okay, so her flats are now taken. My pasty, pasty boy. Okay, well first of all I'm gonna just add a little something right there. I might delineate some of Tyken's layers because this isn't a solid line here. And it'll probably just save me some pain and aggravation later. I just make them different layers. As everything else, I can kind of use the line art reference if I want to add some shading. But him I can't. So it'll be easier. I can always merge it later. Like cooking, you can always add in, but you can't take out. I always merge them later, but I can't unmerge down the line, so... Okay. Oh wait, that was it's a suspender. Bagel! What kind of bagel did you make? Ah, white shoes. Okay. Cute. I was like, I can't have these be red on red, so what did I do? It's white. It's plain with honey butters. This sounds pretty good. This sounds pretty dang tasty. I'm gonna leave the chocolate blank for now because I don't know what color I wanna do. Probably just that brown. One of the browns that I used. Oops, what am I doing? Here we go. Okay. Ah, yes, I wanted to add buttons. That's what I wanted. It's like there was something that I wanted to like go back and do. Oh, no, too small. What am I using? I am using my monolith. This is still kind of small. There we go. I don't want that so close to his arm. Yep. And then Doki's. Alright, flats. Done. I'm gonna put that in there. Well, I'm not using reference layer yet. Okay. So I need these three right over here. These overlapping. Go. I'm gonna have to grab Velko and Garnell from other pictures. Oh, actually, I think, did I make, Garnell? I did, I made a Garnell and a Redwald, okay. I don't have Velko, though. I'll still have to grab her from another picture. That's okay, because then we can look at cute art again from other people. That's a win-win in my books, baby. I don't like it quite so long. Because her hair is dark. Need to remake Cachet's sheet this week. Don't let me forget. I just need to reorganize it and not like excuse me, don't need to like change anything on it. I just don't really like how I have it organized. And I was like, well, this is fine because I'm gonna have 800 other things to worry about, but now that it's gonna be kind of its own game, I can set all my other stuff aside and juggle 12 different sheets. There we go. Sometimes you gotta streamline. Yeah, exactly. He has a lot of mechanics. They're not like complicated by any means, because I made sure not to do that to myself, but I'm stretching. But he does have a lot that he can do. So I just want it organized a little bit better. A little bit easier for me to scroll through stuff. Finley's another one that I might keep his stuff separate. Yeah, lots of abilities. Yeah. He's a big boy. So when I was first making him, I was like, well, let me just give him like a few things, so I don't overburden myself. And then I was like, well, then at that point, what's different than him just being, you know, enemy sorcerer number 27, right? Like, he does have to be unique to some degree. And that's also, I guess, the point, is to just stress test myself, I guess. I'm excited for the Underdark stuff coming up because I've permanently yeah. Underdark's fun. It's a fun place to be. I mean, I guess it's a deadly place, so it's not fun in that sense, but it's fun from like a game standpoint, you know? Fun to run around and explore and... Oops. Pardon me. Raw damage is cool and all, but I love abilities. Yeah, well, have I got an upcoming fight for you? Yeah, and I think it can be hard. I think that's 5e frustrates me in a lot of ways because it is a game system that is designed around combat being its core pillar. They say like it's made up of, you know, social mechanics, exploration mechanics, and combat. Yes, it can do all those things, and it can do all those things very well, but 5e has a lot of leftover hauntings of a combat-focused game. And I think that that's fine, but yet despite the fact that the game is primarily made for its most interesting things to be your combat abilities, it is also the most boring, rigid aspect of it, because it's again, it's trying to adapt old 1910 war games, which is literally what it was originally founded on, into a modern style. And I think that in a lot of ways it can shine because I love how diverse all the classes are. Like, you can have 3 druids in the party and they are all so completely different. Chainmail, yeah, I think so. And like oh my gosh, excuse me. Like I love that, and I think that's one of my hesitations with trying out other games like Dungeon World, which I'm sure are very fun, but a lot of that flavor has to come from the player themselves. And I think 5e excels at being like, hey, here are like your flavored classes and archetypes, and you can play with those as much as you want from there. But it gives you the basis to, you know, it kind of fills in the blanks for you, versus systems like Dungeon World, they're like, you are just the fighter. And they're kind of more reliant on the players taking initiative to fill in all those gaps and come up with something unique. And that's fine. I mean, that's the point. That is the point of that system, is it's a very player-driven system. But sometimes it's nice to just kind of like pick from the archetypes that are made for you. So I think 5e does great with that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, it is still very much like, okay, I rolled a hit. I either hit or I miss. And if I miss, I'm going to be sitting here for the next 20 minutes doing nothing. And like, that sucks. That's not fun or engaging. It's like, Strength is really customizable, but it's really combat heavy. It's lacking mostly in every... Yeah. And which I think is a shame, because I think classes like, what is it? I think rogues, like Mastermind or something. I always forget, because there's Mastermind and a different one for Rogue. And I always mix up what they are, but one of them is very like social focused. Like, you are there to ingratiate yourself into society and be a spy, and like, that's so cool. Like, that is so fun that there is a class and an archetype that is geared for that. So in games that have more social aspect or social opportunities, those classes, oh my god, excuse me, sorry, those classes can really shine. But there's not really a lot of other classes that can do that. And like, even stuff like Wizard, I think that like Wizards are great because their base class has access to so many different types of magic, and then you specialize into your archetype. But also I think that's kind of really boring, because every other class, their archetypes get to specialize into something very unique. And Wizard, it's just like, I don't know, for me, I'm like, every time I look at it, like, you don't really get anything special from your actual school of magic specialization. Can you, the player, do incredibly amazing things as a wizard? Absolutely! And Wizard as a base class can be like very, very powerful and very diverse, and either very like combat heavy or utility spec, or they can do buffs, they can do amazing things, but it feels very like inverse from every other class. Like, every other class, their archetype lets them do something unique and special, versus Wizard is like, well, your base class is what is unique and special, which is like, yeah, it all boils down to the spells. Like, if you, like, frankly, like, if you're a necromancer wizard versus an abjuration wizard, like, it doesn't actually matter, because at the end of the day, what matters is that you're picking those spells to use, and maybe like, you know, you get like the cost reduction, and you get small things, but it's not like, if you're playing a necromancer wizard versus an abjuration wizard, they're kind of interchangeable for the most part. Like, you could literally change your spells out at a short rest, versus like, you know, a light cleric versus a tempest cleric are extremely different. Yeah, it's not as groundbreaking as like Circle of the Moon versus Forger. Exactly, like it's, which is a shame, because I feel like it should be. Like, if you are a necromancer wizard, you should have like very unique necromantic abilities, kind of similar to, you know, like Eldritch Knight or Grave Clerics or Death Clerics or Shadow Sorcerers and stuff that like you just don't have. And it feels like that at that point, it's like, I might as well play like, like a fighter or a cleric or something else that at least has more unique flavor. Which sucks, because like, Wizard should be, and it is like a very, very cool class, and it's a very powerful class, and it's a very iconic class. But it feels like it kind of got the shaft. Like, I feel like Fighter and Wizard kind of got the shaft as opposed to other classes, which is, again, weird, because 5e is so combat driven that you'd think it wouldn't be the case, but that only get us that school specialization with the abilities now alter. Yeah, I agree. I think that, like, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of different ways that they could just make you feel like it is unique that you studied in this field, as opposed to, I get a discount on writing down my spells. Which, frankly, then if you're at a table that doesn't even really care about that mechanic of, like, the cost of spells, that entire feat doesn't really matter. But, I mean, that's just a table-by-table issue. I mean, that's not something that they can account for, but... Like, I really want to play a wizard, but every time I look at it, I'm always like, well, I'm intimidated by having to, like, keep track of my spells and stuff. And then I'm like, that, you know, frankly, that's really not the issue. The issue is that I then look at the archetypes, I'm like, okay, like, what type of wizard do I want to be? And I'm like, these are all kind of boring. These are all kind of boring as opposed to, like, I could just be a sorcerer or something. I think probably my most interesting, or most interested I've been in playing a wizard was, like, a mailman wizard that is learning conjuration so that they can teleport and more efficiently deliver the mail. I think another problem with wizard is one of those classes you need to play at super high levels to squeeze out the flavor. Many other classes are front loaded. Yeah. Yeah, because even, like, sorcerer can be a bit rough at lower levels because you're very limited by a small amount of, like, a small, like, spell list, which frankly I think is way too limited. I understand that they're trying to balance it with metamagic abilities, but even with your metamagic abilities, I think sorcerer only having like 5 spells as opposed to every other person in your party having like twice that is, I don't know. I understand, like when I like sit down and I really think about it and I analyze it, I understand why they limited it because of sorcerer's other innate abilities, but I'm still like, I feel like you could have had some leeway to give them a little bit more. Living in a wizard with multi-class completely pointless. Yeah, that too. I feel like you're locked into it. Yes, and see, Layla, like, that is exactly why I don't like how Wizard is structured in 5e, because I really want to play a wizard that isn't just the same fucking flavor of wizard that everybody makes, which is that you are an academic nerd and you always have ulterior motives and you're a little bit of a sociopath, which, like, I think can be very fun. Like, I think, just as an example, like, Edgar is an extremely fun, amazing character, and I genuinely love him, that, like, he is power hungry, he struggles with this, but he works very hard at his craft, he has the academic background. Like, I think that that's great. I think that that flavor can work great, but I don't like that it is the only flavor that you can really do with current wizard. Like, because again, when, like, you go into the different archetypes and the different schools of magic, it doesn't matter. Like, it does, at the end of the day, you're just gonna end up being like, I'm either here to just buff my party members or cast Fireball. Like, it doesn't feel like it has the same kind of punch as other classes. Like, Sorcerer at least has, like, meta. I mean, I made a Sorcerer that is essentially a Cleric because you can do that. You can, with your meta magic and the spells that you pick, you can essentially be a Sorcerer that is a Cleric. Does that defeat the purpose? Why don't you just play a Cleric? Yes. But at the same time, like, I like that there's this flexibility to other classes, that you can do kind of weird stuff like that. You can really reflavor it. Versus Wizard just feels like the same thing. I don't know. And again, I think it's partially user skill issue, right? I feel like if you are a creative enough, you can do anything. You know, if you have the imagination, you can make whatever you want. But I think compared to, yeah, Kara completely different from Torsten, but they're both clerics. It just by swapping their domain gives them both completely different flavors as, like, their actual spell utility kit, and then that feeds into their personality and vice versa. And I technically wasn't even playing Kara correctly. as a Tempest Cleric. Because as a Tempest Cleric, she could have been a frontliner. But I didn't realize that until kind of too late in the game. And at that point, it was like, well, I could swap her to be kind of a frontliner, but at this point, a lot of those abilities are kind of like AoE abilities. Can Slayer take the hit? Yeah, absolutely. Do I want to add to all the damage she's taking? No. So I just kind of left her as like a mid backliner, but like even Tempest Cleric within itself, between the different domains and then within those domains, you can play the characters very, very differently, and it feels tangibly very different. Yeah. Part of it really shaking off the shackles of a wizard must be an academic background, but the mechanics make that so difficult. Yeah, it's like you can do it, but you're gonna be so limited or struggling with like split ability scores and things like that, that it's kind of like I feel like wibbling with the mechanics should be a lot more accessible. They're the only intelligence caster, including artificer. I think, well, Rogue uses intelligence, right? Or do they just have dexterity and intelligence because for, like, investigation and stuff? Only for one subclass, okay. Arcane, oh, maybe it's just Arcane Trickster. I forgot if the other classes had spellcasting. Yeah. Yeah, and I think, and I saw a thing that, Brennan Lee Mulligan and, like, their ability to gather intel and stuff. Yeah. Brennan Lee Mulligan, I saw a little short today, and I don't know who he was speaking to, so I apologize for not naming them as well. Because it was from their, like, I think their DM show where they just kind of talk about DMing and mechanics and stuff. So I don't have access to it, so I don't know what it was. But he was basically saying that like sorcerer should have Constitution as one of their core ability scores as opposed to charisma, because yeah, and I was listening, I was like, yeah, I can see that. Like I like the argument for both, right? I like that charisma is also like your innate, because I think charisma gets labeled as like your social ability, and obviously like yes it is, but I think charisma is also like your like I can see where it's angled as like your, I guess just like your presence. Yeah, force of will. I was like, how do I want to phrase this? Force of will is a very good way of saying it, but I think you can apply that to Constitution as well, and I think that it would be a nice change, or give players the ability to pick one or the other, to again let them kind of customize what type of sorcerer they want to be. Because I think that there's definitely an argument for it being like your inherited bloodline, which the book states that is why you are a sorcerer, is because it is an innate thing you were born with. For whatever circumstances you can decide as the player, but that is the basis. It lets sorcerers be this just embodiment of raw power like they're supposed to be, because they not only can deal damage, they can kind of take damage. And then also it would make Constitution relevant just in general, outside of like leveling up, because frankly it's never used except for a few saving throws, which could very easily be swapped to other saving throws, because Constitution is like, yeah, so this is your health stat and it does nothing else, which is a shame, because again, like I think there are like ways to make Constitution more applicable, but it's then very like DM and player based, which I think is fine. I like that about 5e, that like it gives you the rules, but they say like, look, here's the rules, but you can do whatever you like with these rules. But also sometimes it's nice to just kind of have that stuff like laid out to build from there, instead of, well, if I'm doing all the work, then why don't I just go play a different system? There's no skills attached to it, and strength. Yeah, I really hate that Constitution and strength are so underused, because they are so core to many classes, and frankly they're also very core to classes like fighter, which if you don't play a spellcasting fighter, you are going to very quickly get left behind in your party. Like, you're already going to struggle as it is. That, like, don't exasperate the issue. The martial class just feels so weak in 5e. Yeah, and I think even Monk, like, I really enjoyed playing Eamon, and it was very fun to play Monk. And I definitely would be interested in playing it again because I had fun, but is another class that feels like, well, if I don't go into an archetype that has spellcasting, I'm gonna get outmatched by my own party. Yes. Yeah. And you know what? Frankly, can I say this is another digression? I think that spells like mind control type of spells and like disintegrate and stuff are way too accessible for low level combat scenarios. Because features are trying to help even. Yeah. And I like that, again, like 5e is a system in which you can do that very easily without it like causing an issue. But I don't like that stuff like mind control and like disintegrate and I can't remember because my brain is going 800 miles an hour. The ability of basically like intellect devours of just turning you into a vegetable. I don't like those abilities being accessible for such low level encounters because they're very, well, your character's just dead. I think that they feel very cheap. They feel very like, I think that, again, like they could be utilized very well, and I think that they can be utilized at low levels to be like, hey, the stakes are really high, obviously. I think that if there is, that's fine. If people want to play the game that way, people should play how they want. If that's fun for them, then go for it. But me personally, it's like, yeah, but it's like having disintegrate is literally like, I mean, like this happened with Rowan, right? And Phil was very, very kind and let you revive me. But technically, it's like once you're disintegrated, your character's gone. And that's literally just like, if you get hit by this and your health is below a certain threshold, you're done. It's like, what? Huh? It's like, at that point, then why isn't every enemy just using that on the adventurers? You know, it feels like when you introduce spells like that, and they're so kind of like mid-level, because they're not low-level spells, these are not like low-level abilities or encounters or mechanics, but they're kind of like mid to high. And it's like, well, if they're at mid-level, then why isn't every bad guy just using this on the good guys? I guess you could make a campaign based off of that, right? Like an actual very frightening bad guy going around like, well, why would I bother doing X, Y, or Z when I can just disintegrate you into a pile of ash? Which I guess, you know, to be fair, that's kind of the bad guy that Kashai is. He doesn't use disintegrate because I personally don't really like that spell. But he's very much like this fight, like when you guys go into it, he's like, I'm not gonna let you just walk away. Like, you came into my house, I'm going to kill you. Like, is sick level only one level above Cone of Cold? Yeah, like, and like Cone of Cold is a very powerful spell, but it's a powerful spell that feels like you can deal with it, right? Like, it's gonna hurt. It might take out a couple of your people. God knows Girl Squad learned that lesson. Is it just bodied us? But it feels like a challenge. It doesn't feel like, oh, you failed a saving throw, so your character's just dead and gone forever. You know, again, I think it's very contextual, and I am fully aware of that, but I can have my gripes about it too. Sorcerer, big bad evil guy, meta magic, twin cast, disintegrate. Wouldn't that be so crazy if somebody did that, Jeremy? That'd be so funny. Man. What a world we would live in if that were to happen. That'd be so crazy. Twirls my hair. It'd be so funny. I am kind of, I mean, it's, whatever, I don't care, I'm gonna spoil it, but, yeah, Kashay is sorcerer based, because I think it's very funny that it's like, well, he's a powerful lich, so he's gotta be a wizard. It's like, no. No. There is no rule saying that. As long as you can do X, Y, or Z conditions set by the DM, which is me, you can be a lich. He has wizard friends, but he is not a wizard. But he's drinking fully prepared to die. Well, and to be fair, I did set that precedent. So, I was a whole student during classes of liches included prepare. Like, as long as you can fulfill, because there's technically, like, no, honestly, there's really no official way to become a lich. They give you the mechanics to do so in 5e, but there's not like, this is how liches are made. I think there are a couple settings where like, I mean, this is how liches are made here, but it's not like, it's not a hard, fast rule like, you know, how to play certain classes or like, no, this ability does this. This is how it is written. Which I like. I like that they kind of leave it open. So people can use kind of like their template and the abilities that they provide in the book, or you can just make up your own thing. That is one thing that I like about 5e, is that they give you the freedom to do stuff like that. They give you the groundwork, but they say, go from here if you want. That's fine. What's up, bunny? You just need access to the ritual materials, time, money, and focus on it. Yeah, and even then, like, there's no solve. Yeah. Which I like. You can make it as involved or as accessible as you want, because maybe, like, you're making a setting that magic is just very common and accessible, and, you know, maybe being a lich isn't a big deal. You know? It's just whatever you want, they let you do it, and I like that. I think with all of its flaws of 5e, there are many good things about it. I think people really don't like it because it's, you know, the mainstream tabletop. That's like, well, part of that's because it's fun. I've enjoyed my time with 5e. I have critiques with it because I want it to be better. And I think it can be. And a lot of that can just be fixed by the players themselves, you know? You can do whatever you want at your table at the end of the day. You know what, let me... so I don't have so many layers on my screen. Ready to try out 5e. Yeah! That seems really cool. I want Phil to play it because, you know, if it's Final Fantasy-esque, I feel like he should play it. But I would very much like to listen. That would be alright. Hopefully, but I think it'll be fun. It's always fun to try new things, if nothing else. You can avow if no one else wants to. Well, it was like, I mean, I don't mind hopping out if it lets other people play. I darkened his hair and I'm kind of like, do I really like that? Like a mid-tone? Yeah, okay, that's nice. Talking with Phil right now, he says he's... Yeah, he should play, for sure. If there's full slots, I will hop out. But I would like to listen. Because it does seem very fun. And I would like to at least get a sneak peek. Right, little bunny? You are so cute and small and round and soft. Welcome back! Supports Party 5. Yeah. Yeah, but for the little demo. I know it's kind of like a pre-made thing and, you know, kind of easier to manage trying out new things with a smaller group. For sure. Okay, these guys are colored. Now, I need to grab Silky. Figure out my kinks and whatnot. Yeah, for sure. So I'm gonna throw up my BRB screen again, and I'm gonna grab her from the Halloween picture. Where is it? I mean, her palette in here is kind of purpley, but it'll give me a good base to work off of. Put her up here. Okay. Aurelia, don't kill me. Okay. Oh, I guess I should, pardon me. Rebel Doker here. Young Doker. And then Garnell, I do have a spin. You are so small. So cute. Okay. Where is he? His palette's like up here. Yeah. He's probably gonna have to be separated out, making his scratch. And then old Filky. Those beautiful blonde locks. Oh no, I'm gonna warm these up a little. Yeah. What playlist am I listening to? Oh, it's still this one. Okay. Works for me. Okay. No. Okay. Clicked the wrong window. You know what time you guys are gonna play it tonight? Or I guess today in general? Or I guess, I don't know if today, just I guess, do you know when you're gonna play? I think Gridani is my favorite from how vertical the design gets. It's pretty! Probably later tonight, okay. Yeah, I really like it. I like the idea of Limsa. I think it's very, very cool. But navigating it is kind of a nightmare sometimes. But I like the concept of it. Of like all these interconnecting walkways and stuff. I think that's very, very cool. Gridani is just like cozy. Very lovely design. Where are you? I know this is a nightmare to look at, but... Areas outside of Limsa are born to be the desert to savannah, Volda's cool, the swamp, huge roots. Yeah. Yeah, and I like to take pictures in the like the Sylph lands because again, for sure, absolute nightmare to navigate when you're low level and you can't fly. But like, it's so pretty. It's so purple and there's I don't know, all this really cool lighting and like the actual like the quote unquote evil Sylph area. It's just really pretty and varied. I think like kind of the outside of Limsa areas are very like wine country, like farmland type of stuff, which I think is very nice and pretty. On one hand, I kind of wish that there was more like shore-based, maybe rocky cliffs or something. Which there are a few areas for sure. They're kind of like cliffs that you can walk under and stuff like that. But I also understand with the limitations of like not having swimming as a mechanic in the game until later. It probably would have just been more trouble than it was worth to navigate. Imagine if they hit some- yeah. Yeah. I do like how unique each area feels to each other. It never feels like I'm in Gridania or I'm in an Old Eye area. This all feels the same. Everywhere is very unique. For good or for ill. Usually for good. I like all the different zones. And those cute little white shoes! So fancy, so dapper. A dapper gentleman. Doki is another cave somewhere. Doper. I noticed I played 1.0, but I kind of wish I'd experienced Old Gridania. Yeah. And you had to get a little buff or something, or else you would die from, like, the green rot. Which, I mean, A, sounds like a pain in the butt, but also, like, the world building flavor is so very good. That's really cool. I should make that a mechanic. If you have to navigate a certain area, you have to have a little buff, or else you'll just take damage over time and inevitably die. To get a protective potion or a salve or just a magical thing in general. And maybe in the Deadlands in the future. You guys can't just walk into Ashi's castle and go grab all the loot. Like in games make areas that are like, you are not welcome here, we can find a way. Yeah. It kind of gives you that precedent of like, hey, this is a dangerous area, but you have a chance to turn back and come back later. If needs be. Or just find a different way in the moment to navigate. I'm always a fan of stuff that respects player agency. I do not like things that take away player agency. Because I don't like when people take away my agency IRL, so I don't find that fun in a game. I find it really uncomfortable and upsetting. But that's just me. I'm not one size fits all. Ooh, she doing those big purrs. It's cozy. Fun fact, that's why Eamon didn't like to be touched. Because I also do not like physical contact. Can I just make that red, or does that blend too much? I don't know how that's gonna sit on all her purple. I'll leave it for now, and I can always come back and change it later. You know? Oh, you know, I kind of like her little heart earrings. Maybe I should add those. Cute. Amen. Baby. They were baby. Literally, they were, I think, like 17 or something. Very, very young. Just did not like to be touched. And that was why I actually wrote down, in their notes at one point that that was why they liked Gwen so much. Because, Gwen, like, didn't need to be told not to touch them. She kind of picked up on it on her own. And so when she would hand Eamon stuff, she would kind of, like, hold it out and let them take it themselves or kind of, like, drop it into their hand. And he just really appreciated that. Or they just really appreciated that. Okay, that's cute. I like a little earring. Oh, you know, I mean, she has a flower in her hair in the original. I should just use the original colors. Actually, that would probably be better, because if she has pink in her hair, the red will stand out against it. I just gotta trust past me that I maybe knew what I was doing. Sometimes. Every now and then I get it right. Doki! I love Doki so much. She's so good. She's just my little crumb cake, you know? Toki's so peak. She's perfect. Look at her. She has the range. She can do it all. She can be your Angle or your Dorval. Durable. He's so cute. It's just a perfect little crumb bum. Oh, God. Coloring Filco is gonna be a nightmare that I've brought upon myself. I do want her to kind of have a lot of red tones in her skin for obvious reasons. Okay, let's just start here and we can finagle it as needed. Durable. There's Colonel sitting in front of Doki covered in dirt. Yeah, I know. Poor Colonel. He was a trooper though. He did great. And he learned some lessons, but you know what? He also just hung out with his friends. And I think that's really the best part, is, on one hand, yeah, we were trying to, like, help him branch out and do stuff, but also it's like, I mean, this is kind of just how we hang out. Unfortunately, we are a bunch of freaks who just kind of roll around in the dirt for fun. I don't like this. I don't like this. Yeah. I don't like this either, actually. Should be a little... Yeah. This is, again, we'll probably have to change it, but it's a better starting off point. Breaks. Yeah, I mean... But I feel like he should have known that when we broke into his house thinking that there was a murder being committed. Oh, there was a murder being committed. And he was like, I was just cooking dinner. Poorly, but we were like, oh, sorry. Thought you were being murdered or were murdering. Because that's just how our minds work. We're bad. But you know what? Actually, he was gonna kill his dad's girlfriend, so, you know... you know... Maybe he shouldn't be so surprised that we jumped to conclusions. It really was, like, he was just gonna kill her. He thinks his dad's mad at him now. I imagine that would not have gone over well. I was so ready for him to meet Filco and her to look him up and down and say, you look rich, gimme. Oh, God. Filco would bully the shit out of him. She'd bully the shit out of any of us, except for Doki. Which I respect that. Do I wanna do this in anyway? Yes, I do. I was trying something different with her hair and I don't like it, so I'm gonna do it. Filco's the last person he needs to meet. We told Opal and Redwall to leave him alone, but not Filco. Yeah, well, I think in our defense, I can't, actually not in our defense, I can't speak for anybody. In Lucy's defense, she didn't think of Filco because Filco just kind of keeps to herself. So, Lucy's like, well, I don't need to tell Filco to leave him alone because she's probably not gonna bother him. Because she just kind of chills under the waterfall, so. Not that Lucy has any right to tell anybody anything, but I mean, you know what I'm saying. Is there a problem if you go to her? Yeah. And honestly, even the only reason why Lucy ever had any talks with... No, that's objectively untrue. No, she cannot. No, she cannot. She can do the paperwork, but she likes to run it as a as a group effort. She doesn't really like pulling rank. It's very uncomfortable for her. She will do it if she has to, but she doesn't like it. I think she's only ever had to do it with what, Ishtar? Maybe? Edgar's the boss, yeah. No, for sure. I think if anything, Doki's the boss. Doki just never... She never does it. But we would do anything for her. She need only ask. We are her horde after all. Exploring Ishtar. Yeah, I think it was the sewer lady. And it was like, okay, please. Please, I don't want to die. Don't make me do this, me crying kid with the gun. Don't make me do this. And then it was fine. It worked out. Push back down from Quake. I mean, I guess because it was like an obvious. Ooh, I forgot his little white parts. A very much like he's going to kill us, Ishtar. Please, just let him have this. So she's like, all right. She did tackle him once, though. Doki would be the worst leader, and I think that's because it was gonna end badly if she did. Oh, yeah. I don't think Doki would be the worst leader. But I also respect if it's just simply not something that she wants to do, you know? Because I am very much the same way. I hate being in leadership positions of organizations. Because I just end up doing everything myself. I'm not very good at delegating. And so I just do everything myself and I get stressed and miserable and it just sucks for everybody. I'm like, listen, I don't, but I know this about myself. So I'm like, don't do this don't put me in these positions. I'll be very good at whatever job you give me, just don't put me in charge of people. We're all shaking hands, like, please. Doki would not be a very competent leader, charismatic. You know what, that's fair. And I think, I think that's why Lucy makes a decent leader, because she knows she's not the best in the room, right? But she doesn't need to be. She just needs to work with people to accomplish whatever end goal. And she's good at that, and she likes working with people. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna need to... I need to set up a color layer here. Oh, that's cute. Not what I want to do, but it's cute. Yeah, these are kind of the same value, which is not great. I don't... On one hand, she has a lot of red because she's a red dragon, but now it's almost like, is it too much red? I still can't believe I'm in the social HR group online. I mean, you are, because you are a very social person. You're very outgoing. And you're very good with people, in general. I hate that. That looks bad. I guess... Where's my... And people like you and are willing to interact with you. No, that sounds right. I mean, you are though. Like, you know. Oh my gosh, excuse me. You are very outgoing and active. You're very approachable. A very like welcoming person. You're just a little guy. You're my little PogChamp. I mean, she looks okay. Did I change these at all? No, I was going to. She looks okay. I'm gonna leave her for now. I'm gonna lay down the... Ooh. I'm gonna lay down the chalky and then we'll come back to all of this in just a second. Oh my god, Tyken's so fucking white. Jesus. He's like a ghost. Okay, I kinda like this dark chocolate. I might go with like a mid-tone actually, because maybe this is too dark. Oh no, no, not on the same layer. Okay, we're fine. Ooh, how long have I been drawing? 2 hours, okay. Like, I just got a pretty bad spike through my left eyeball, so I don't know how much longer I'll be able to draw for. But 2 hours is a respectable time if I need to stop. I'm not going to, but... Yeah, maybe like a mid-tone. Yeah, that's cute. I like that. I'm gonna take another sippy and look away from my screen for a second. Ooh, the ribbons. Oh, the ribbons are going to be an issue. Unless... Is that... This is another thing that Procreate did in an update and it drives me bonkers. No, okay, this is just gonna be a pain in the butt. Okay. Say lobby. Hi, Blue. Welcome in. Good morning / good afternoon. It's going. I am just, I'm doing flats, so I did... Lucy, Tyken, and Torsten. And then, oops. Edgar, Finley, and Ishtar. And then Doki, Filko, and Garnell. Excuse me. This was last year's Valentine's Day picture. I wanted to pull from the same colors. And I'm just coloring in the background stuff. It's gonna be a nightmare because I'm gonna have to find colors that don't overlap. But we're gonna do our best. How are you doing today? Oh boy. I'm not gonna stick with this red. We're gonna have to work here. So cute, thank you. Just got some dishes done. Oh, absolutely. I love doing the dishes. It's so satisfying. Oh, boy. Oh boy, oh boy. I really myself into a corner here, didn't I? A little bit of pink. That's not bad. I feel like the hues, yeah. Okay, and I also need to get rid of this background. I don't like how light this background is. I think I want to go with like a pink. And do I want these to be like white? Or is this also kind of a nightmare to look at? See, when I draw, and I put down big old blocks of color under the sketch, this is why. Because I didn't do that this time, and now I'm like, uh-oh, I have to balance all the colors, and I didn't think about this beforehand. Oopsies! Uh-oh, oopsies, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh no, Procreate? Okay. Procreate was not responding for a hot second, and that was kinda scary. I mean, I'll figure it out. I'll get there. Just gonna take a sec. But... I see. The prestige. I found my beloved plain white background, so style choice, absolutely not. Listen, you have seen any of my little doodle pages with just the beige. It's 100% what's going on there. Because I'm like, this doesn't hurt my eyeballs, and also I don't want to draw a background. Although I need to practice more. Because I would like to be better at it. Just for me personally. That big old chomp out of that candy. Chomping. Ooh, a harpy. I love me a good harpy barbarian. I like it. That's a good combo. Now, here's the thing. I could kind of help delineate the values by shading. Our good friend shading. Which is kind of cheesing this a little bit. But, A, art is fake. As we all know. This is not final because I don't like this. But I like the idea of it. It's fine. I have to fix that, but it's... Because how does this look? Aha! Well, well, well! Looky here! Okay. This is a very bad shape, but also I don't want it to be quite so dark. Yeah, there we go. That's better. How's that look? Oh, baby, we're back in business. That's enough. That's enough for me. It should be more if I wanted to be quote-unquote proper, but that's enough for me. I'm okay with this. stretch. Okay. Alright, get out of here, Torsten. I gotta clean this up. Ooh, I should also do like a little design on the candies. What did I do in the original picture? I did kind of swirlies. What should I do? I will consult the brain trust. Buzz, buzz. Who's buzzing me? Nothing important. Okay. I could do like a heart and a heart. Better drawing than that, but I could do like a little swirly. We've got options. A spiral? Maybe that's too much spiral with the ribbons and the candies. I kind of like this one. It's cute. Pink on the brown, yeah. I like this pink specifically too. And then it will also match like the little hearts that they have on their bow ties. I tie them together. I guess I could also do like pink ribbons. I don't think I'm gonna like this. I don't hate it. I hate that though. Meow. What about like a redder pink? Maybe that blends too much with the background though. I mean, the pink definitely stands out better than the red. How does it look value-wise? Oh, let me put this. I mean, value-wise, it's fine. Kind of blends in with the background. I think I like the darker better. I might hem and haw over that more though. That looks kind of cute. No, I like the lighter. I like the light. God, Tyken's so pasty. He's literally pastier than his shoes. He's whiter than the white of the shoes. It's pretty powerful. Okay, get out of here, Torsten. Welcome back. So I should probably be shading this. I don't care. Ooh. Okay. I'll hang around a little while as I have more tasks to take care of today. Best of luck with the drawing. Oh, no worries. Thanks for stopping by. Good luck with your tasks. I hope you're able to get through them swiftly and efficiently. And I hope you have a good rest of your weekend. Oh dear. Oh, Procreate. There we go. Procreate was having a moment. Most of this ribbon's gonna be obscured by people. Oh no! I hit the gallery button by accident. That's okay. Whoa. Huh? What? Oh. Ooh, an orc beast. Oh, you got Beastmaster! I put that in just for you. Okay. Let's see where it's covered up. Yeah, I think that's okay. I might trim up here a little bit, but... I always want to add lots of stuff to those little random commands, but there's a character limit. I can only add so many. But I did add a few more. Look at her lyric. Belle's hair is so blonde. We warm this up just a little. You know. I'm not gonna give him pink hair. I promise. Oops. Well, I like that line too much to undo it, so we're gonna just... Oops! Oh god, no. My brain was set on me doing a clipping mask to recolor it. When is Valentine's Day? I mean, I know the 14th, but god, it's next Wednesday. Ugh. I really gotta finish this then. I really should have been working on it more in January. January just kinda flew by for me. It was one of those months where I'm like, oh my god, it's been January forever, and then all of a sudden it was February. I was like, wait, what? Wait, hang on. Where did January go? Ed. I mean, I do have time. I could just finish this off stream. Although, you know, I'm probably not gonna post it until Valentine's Day anyway. So I just like to have things ready. Oh my god, Procreate, please. Why does it do... Okay. It's only a 20% battery. It's because it's struggling, that's why. This probably has way too many layers. And it's streaming to my computer, and it's charging, so it's trying to do a lot. That's probably exactly the problem. What? Just on the line. Oh, you know, I realized something, because people ask, and kind of have always asked, even back in, like, in high school, how I have really clean line art. And I realized when I was working on this yesterday, I was doing the line art for it, I used to do a lot of pixel art when in like middle going into high school. And it taught me that literally a single pixel on a line or colored just a certain way can like change the appearance of a line. So literally if a single pixel was out of place, it could affect a lot because it's such a small thing that I was working with. And I realized that's probably where I got it from. Of nitpicking over every tiny little pixel. Probably came from that. So if you too want to be neurotic about your line art, do pixel art. And also do pixel art because it's fun to try new things. And pixel art's hard. It's fun. Okay. I think there's definitely something to be said of being a well-rounded individual. Not that sounds very narcissistic. I just mean like it's good to try new things and study new subjects and new mediums, and you'd be surprised what you can apply from one thing into another. That was probably why photography was like my favorite subject in math, like in college. It was because, yeah, it was math and we were sitting there learning formulas and stuff, but it was like a very applicable, kind of language-centered type of math, which made it really fun and interesting. I've talked about this with Spencer before too, that like doing stuff like Inktober definitely helped my digital art. And vice versa. Stuff that I would do with my digital art, I was able to apply to traditional in ways that I didn't think I could. I don't know. Oh, I can't do that because Darnell's not the only one sitting there. Just make sure. Yeah. Well, no, okay. It covers all of them, so I'll just leave it. Darnell's probably the smallest, isn't he? Yes, he is. Oh, well, A, that's very funny. But also, I can use him as a guide, I guess. Do I like that? No, I don't. Oh, Mellow. I think I'm probably gonna end up fixing this angle there. Not just the shading, but the actual angle of the ribbon itself I don't like. Maybe I should just change it now. That's what we're here for. Ooh, a Pal Edan. Paladins are fun. They're pretty cool. Oh my god, why am I struggling? Okay, I'm gonna do this. Not that thick of a line. That's much better. There we go. Paladin pals. Pal Edans. Alley Palace. Ooh, milkshake. Oh. Ashley, no! Not don't eat the milkshake, Ashley, no! Of all things for you to roll. Welcome back. Bed is so cozy. Kind of tempted to go there myself after streaming. Maybe get a berry bowl. Sit. Oh no. No. Okay. There's still a lot I don't like about these ribbons, but I feel like if I keep futzing with them, I don't want a knapsack and hopefully affect my sleep schedule, but also I feel like yeah, I feel like I should have it ready around later. Hell yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're gonna have to fix your sleep schedule kind of incrementally. Because unfortunately, humans are broken, and it takes us like 2 days to fuck up our sleep schedule and like 2 weeks to fix it. Which is just a real bummer. I mean, you can force it, but not gonna be fun. For Procreate is like, please stop making layers. I promise I'm gonna merge all these Procreate once I'm satisfied. Just want to keep them separate while I figure them out. I'm probably gonna end up separating this file into 3 different ones for like each set of people. I just PM you, sure, but so you have my spot. I'm just so tired and okay, if you okay, if you want. Oh, PM'd you, Jeremy, but okay. I was like, what is PM you, Jer? I was stupid.com for a second. Oh dear god, no. I didn't mean to delete half of Doki's leg. Oh, goodness. I'm getting kind of eepy myself. Hmm. What did I do? I didn't do colored line art, but I did the... yeah. I did like the interior. Oh, I didn't put Tyke's hair in a little ponytail. Eh, it's fine. Still looks cute. Be like... pink? I don't know. They look okay. The little frostings. Get out of here, Lucy. You're in my way. You know what I could do? Because art is fake. Okay, well I have to get a Vogue. Get that out of my way because if I can cheese this. OG. The OG art is faker. Okay, no, I probably should just redraw it, but you know, I wanted to give it a shot. You never know what you can cheese until you try, right? What's that phrase? Life is all the cheese shots you didn't take. I probably should just hand draw this instead of trying to... let technology do it for me, which never works for me. I'm too neurotic. Bring this angle in. Oh my god. You just got... yeah. You just got motherfucking cheesed, bitch. Oh my god. Look at what... what universe? God, that was so funny. I literally... I teared up when I read that. That made me laugh so hard. Urban Dictionary is like the least helpful website on the planet, but it is, by God, one of the most entertaining. Their examples are always so funny. In the gaming system, I've never heard- yeah, I've never heard it. I've heard cheesed used kinda in both ways of both, of like when you're cheesed off, like you're angry, or if it is something. Like I've literally heard it used both positive and negatively. I've never heard it used like that though. That was a new one. It's very funny. But for sure not one I was familiar with. I guess maybe we're just not the gamers that we thought we were. Cheesing a fight. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard it like that too. Oh, goodness. Ooh. Oh. A little bow down the hole. So, you know. Because I know what I want this to look like, it's whether or not I can execute that idea. That remains to be seen. Well, definitely not right there. That's for sure. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse. One side looks okay and the other side looks bonked. Speaking of cheese, I'm starting to get hungry. I just really wanted to, like, these little hearts. We're stopping. Not bad. Smiley face. That's cute, but that was not what I need. I do want the texture. I do. I tell myself through grit teeth, want the texture. Texture is good, Isabel. Me and Scrungle Brush are gonna come to fisticuffs, let me tell you. Oh my gosh, undo, please. Please, procreate, please. Okay, this looks pretty cute. I will shade it to give it dimension, but I'm not gonna do it now. Mostly because I'm probably still gonna futz with that right there. How's that look? I mean, not bad. Really not too bad. I am gonna... Bit of this. No. Maybe it's just fine as is, actually. You don't hear from me, I fell asleep. You're fine. I mean, I'm probably gonna stop streaming in a few minutes, so if you zonk out, do not worry. I mean, even if I wasn't, if you want to go to sleep, go to sleep. Just letting you know. I want to go make soup. Oh. Okay, this all look pretty cute. Thank you for sharing your inventory. Yeah, it's really nice hanging out with you guys. Calling the covers ultimate happy time. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I think maybe I'm gonna stop here because I feel like if I keep futzing, I'm gonna ruin things. But I like streaming and I like hanging out. Oh, apparently my football is going somewhere. Yeah. There's my favorite trio. Babies. Children. Ugh. Thanks. Yeah, I like them. I like how they're coming out. I think, I might futz with this kind of off stream a little bit. I could technically still stream them next weekend. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I'm gonna get up. I'm gonna go stretch. I'm gonna get food. I'm gonna make soup. Thank you guys for hanging out and talking to me about D&D for like 20 minutes. I think it was a solid 20-minute rant in there for a while. But yeah. Ugh. I guess I'll have a good rest of the weekend. I'll talk to you. Yeah, I was like, I'll talk to a bunch of you guys later. And yeah. I don't think I'm gonna raid anybody because I just want to go. So I'll see you guys later. Oh wait, no, not that ending screen. We got this new one. Cool, bam. That's gonna be me. I'm gonna go get cozy. Alright, bye guys.